I am Optimus Prime, hero to the end.
From vehicle to robot and back, the auto-converting Elite Edition Optimus Prime is the newest way for all to enjoy the world's most engaging Transformers experience.
Decepticons detected.
Built from premium materials, Optimus Prime features over 5,000 components, powered by 60 microchips, controlling 27 servo motor joints. Interact with your Optimus Prime through an extensive library of voice commands, or by remote control actions using your mobile device.
Prepare for battle.
Decepticons don't stand a chance against Optimus Prime when equipped with included light-up blaster and battle axe. Beyond the built-in actions, customize your Optimus Prime by programming unique actions and sequences through the app.
Let's roll.
Your adventures will continuously evolve as you complete in-app missions that unlock even more engaging interaction with Optimus Prime. There is truly more than meets the eye with this authentic G1 Transformers hero.
Till all are one.
The Elite Edition Optimus Prime by ROBOSEN. Available now.
All the way from the UK, we're going to introduce our good friend Sixo here. Sixo, thank you for joining us.
Absolutely thrilled to be here. Thank you for having me on.
It's going to be a lot of fun. So, auto-converting Optimus Prime, ROBOSEN, Elite. There's a lot to unpack here. We know you got your hands on this pretty early. You got to do an unboxing and review for our friends at ROBOSEN.
And the Elite, I think, is, I don't know, like a little bit more refined, maybe, if that's not the wrong thing to say. It ultimately does the same thing. It's the same functionality. There's a little, kind of few design differences between the two, kind of slight differences in the arms and things like that, and you sort of see the front of the cab, there are some changes. But ultimately, it's sort of the same product, just slightly more compact.
If we had a few more, we could have a whole band of Optimus Primes.
He's going to get yoked a little bit here. We're doing some push-up time. So
that's one of my favorites, actually, the push-up.
It is a good one. In terms of the app, how did you like the Elite experience this time around? There's a lot of mission unlocks, a lot of controlling if you know what you're doing with robotics.
Absolutely. I think it's great, actually. And to be honest, for me, the app is like the bit that's not really been kind of talked about enough with this product. I think that if all you get it for is like the self-transforming and some of the voice commands, that's great. And that's kind of like a fantastic entry into this product. But actually, it's the app that, in my mind, is kind of gives you the longevity, and kind of keeps you interested. Because there's tons of like block-based programming that you can do with it. There's tons of kind of missions and kind of little, in-app, not games, but kind of achievements that you can unlock, things like that. So for me, that's the best bit.
It's really good. Again, available today on Hasbro Pulse. You can pre-order it, get it. Make sure you're getting one of these. I know Evan needs to add one of the collection since, Optimus is life.
A little bit. He's a part of life, yes.
First up on the screen, we have Bumblebee from Transformers Dark of the Moon in his bot mode.
Okay,
and
so
then
we're going to start with core
in the next mode, you can see him here, his licensed Chevy Camaro, iconic to that movie. But yeah, let's take a look at the toys in hand with Evan.
Yep, so as everybody remembers, we were able to squeeze in a bright pink Laserbeak before, and here we come in now with our TF3 Dark of the Moon Bumblebee, who has a unique head for this. He's got his battle mask down. And I'm trying to adjust. We're sitting. This is so weird.
It's so different, but again, we have these awesome chairs.
I'm so used to towering over and getting everything ready, and now it's like, oh, here we go.
I mean, clearly the pink one was awesome to start with, and anything that's connected to Soundwave is special in my heart, but I'm glad that for our fans who didn't need a pink one, they get their chance to get a Bumblebee here. Switching gears a little, we're going to go to 86, which is, everybody loves 86. We're introducing all new. We have Brawn. This is a lot of fun. So you can see Brawn in his bot mode. You'll notice these perfect, authentic G1 colors. You look at the second image here, we see Braun in his alt mode. It's like off-road SUV, whatever you want to call it. It was 84. It was I don't know.
That looks fantastic.
Thank you. So worked with Hisui-san on this guy, so you know that he's just simply fantastic. Doing the deco on this guy, I call Braun's color scheme Schrodinger's green, just because. So in the G1 toy, he was obviously incredibly green, right? And this is the like re-release that we did in like 2004 or something like that. But in the show, it's a green that tints either like brown or green, depending on what episode you're watching, what version of the movie that you're watching. So we tried to mimic that here with this, and to be honest, I think we nailed it. Braun, everybody's kind of like favorite rough and tumble character who goes in fisticuffs, and he's supposed to be a demolitions expert, but that never comes up in the show, I think, ever.
I'm loving the painted windows that we do on this 86 line. It just always kind of differentiates them from their mainline generation.
I made it a rule where no matter how short of an appearance they have in the movie in 86, it gets a Studio Series figure. So it doesn't matter. They're going to happen. That's like a rule.
Does that mean you're going to do a Studio Series grapple at some point?
That's entirely possible.
Everything is always possible. It's all on the table. So, our deluxe class cliff jumper. So let's take a look at him here in his bot mode image. And then you can see here his alt car buggy mode. Obviously very, very red, but let's take a look at him on the table and let's talk a little bit about how we got the cliff jumper.
So here we go. Like a lot of people have a lot of passion and love for these designs, which is why we wanted to do them. It's just, they're so iconic, they're so unique, and it feels like a universe that we needed to tap into for Studio Series.
Let's talk about our Voyager class. We have War for Cybertron Megatron. You can see him here in his bot mode with this ridiculous axe mace thing going on. And then you can see here in the alt mode a beautiful tank, this beefy Voyager boy with all of the accessories. Let's take a look at him here on the table.
Yep, so again, covering for Sam on this one because this is one that he worked on with Koki-san over at Takara Tomy. This Megatron design is so iconic to me. Like, it is so cool and unique in the way that it is asymmetrical.
Sticking with Voyager class, let's talk about our Rise of the Beast character for this wave we have going on. This one might be my favorite, so let's take a look here at the image. We have our good friend Rhinox here in his bot mode, and then clearly Rhinox, by name is a rhino, so let's take a look at him in his alt mode. I don't know, I just absolutely have always kind of been a fan of Rhinox since the Beast War days, so let's take a look at him on the table here.
I worked on this guy with Kunihiro-san, and he's like the wizard of Takara Tomy. Like the way that he was able to make it so that the mass shifts and give him like the rhino belly like underneath, like it's fantastic.
So let's take a look at Optimus here in his bot mode, and then you can see him here in all of his truck glory in his alt mode picture. Our friends in China got this out there a couple weekends ago, so we know some pictures have been circulating. You've all checked it out, but we wanted to make sure we got it in front of you as well. So here he is in all his glory. Our buzzworthy Bumblebee exclusive for the year, Studio Series Voyager class Optimus Prime.
That's a mouthful.
It is, yeah.
So it wouldn't be a Hasbro live stream if we weren't showing you 3 Optimus Primes, right? So here we go. Prime number 2 for the day?
I think so, yeah.
So yeah, this guy is actually a partial. I'm covering for Sam on this one as well. He worked with Yuya-san on this one. So it uses literally just the windshield and the tires from the Transformers Bumblebee movie, Voyager class Optimus Prime.
It's a lot of fun. Yeah.
Everything else is completely brand new to match that, I don't know, demolition truck.
Off-road demolition taking place in the jungle stuff he had to be able to get around, so.
But he's got the wonderful, unique silhouette that this Optimus Prime has. The vehicle mode's like a lot of fun. The sword can be held or pegged into the side. He has the cannon accessory as well for his arm cannon conversion. Yeah, he's just a fantastic figure.
So we're going back to the pre-war era.
Yep.
So we know that everybody's kind of seen this Megatron as of late, but you might not know about the rest of it. So let's take a look here. This first picture, we have the box image, and there's a reason we're going to show you why we're showing you package art, which we don't normally do. You can see this first pack is Minor Megatron and Senator Ratbat.
Should I bring that up first?
The first picture you'll see after that, you'll see both of these characters here in their bot mode, and then this third picture, you see them in their alt mode. So yeah, let's take a look. Let's throw the box up. I'll take that. We'll show everybody this, and we can put the characters up here on the table.
First up, yeah, we're going to start with Minor Megatron, D16 if you'd like, and Senator Ratbat, which to some fans are like, Senator Ratbat? And it's like, yeah, Senator Ratbat.
Wasn't always a cassette, but
Wasn't
was
always
still
a
very
cassette.
purple.
Yeah, a very iconic design. So, Megatron Origins came out in 2007, and it made me care about Megatron. Because in all honesty, I didn't. When I was a kid watching the cartoons, he was generic bad guy of the week, right? And then I remember being in a comic book shop, and the coming soon, like little postcard cutouts that they would have was the first cover of Megatron Origins, and you're just like, what is this? And so I just remember reading each trade. Alex Milne was the artist for that, and the designs in it are fantastic. Yeah. And clearly somebody loved these designs because they kept showing up in all of the weird continuity that IDW had through timey-wimey shenanigans where they would go back and forth. Colors would vary, so I based this Megatron's colors off of, there's like a cafe scene with him and Impactor where he has an all dark color scheme. And I really preferred that over the classic Megatron because that really helps show where he started and where he goes, like where you see like a transformation like that. So here's our normal Siege body. This is a partial off of this guy.
But let's take a look on the screen. You can see this packaging image for the second one. You're sitting there, you're saying, that looks like Orion Pax. Okay, that's interesting. But who's this other guy that I don't really super know unless I'm a deep cut here? So Senator Shockwave, as well as Data Clerk Orion Pax, again, you see in the box. Then we can see them here in their bot mode, and then we'll transition quick. You can see the alt mode, but we know you want to see the actual toys on the table, so that's what we're getting to.
This one is one I think I kind of have to explain myself a little bit more on because I was deviating quite a bit more from the comics. So yeah, here we go. Can everybody see everything?
And as you can see, the boxes go together.
Yeah, the boxes go together.
They're arguing as senators with their bodyguards, essentially. It's kind of fun. So.
Yeah, which granted, I know Orion Pax looks a little menacing right there with his axe. You don't know what data he's clerking. Like maybe he needs that axe. So okay, when storytelling comes in for Orion Pax, I always enjoy when he starts out as a much smaller bot. In certain instances, like in IDW, he already starts out like huge and is comparable to Megatron. I know there is a body that people were expecting for this. Maybe that's not coming just yet, but maybe it's coming in the future. But for this one, as a data clerk, which we're taking from our aligned continuity, he seemed like he should be meeker and smaller. So he is a partial off of our Hound, our Siege Hound. But we brought in elements from the IDW, and we also gave him, it was a Guido Guidi head that he designed that was used in an IDW comic as well. It's a great open mouth head that I loved, so I wanted to make sure to get it in there. And then there's the axe that was from an old Orion Pax toy as well. But yeah, he's a lot of fun. And then of course, Senator.
Oh, Senators.
Senator Shockwave.
Also not always a menacing purple character.
Yes. Not a monodie monster. That is also apparently Onyx Prime. Like there's a lot going on there that we'll talk about later. But yeah, Senator Shockwave, who befriends Orion Pax just because they have very similar ideals. He goes through so many color schemes in the comic books that the reason that I chose the last one that he appeared in is because I liked the storytelling of them having similar color schemes of blue and red, because I think in toy form that can help show that they had similar ideals and that they get along. For his alt mode, he's a partial off of our Siege Tetrajet. We brought in a little uniqueness here because he has like the wing arms. So it just kind of made sense that he would be some sort of jet. You never see him convert in the comics, but It made
It
sense.
makes sense. I like the jet. It's kind of it's like a little bit of meets Armada. It's a lot of fun.
It is a lot of fun. Now, granted, if fans want to see him in the other color schemes, let me know, because I can fight for a redeco. If you want that white and lime green or whatever, I'll make it happen.
Pre-order today on Amazon, as well as limited availability on Hasbro Pulse at 1 p.m. Eastern, so make sure to grab both of these. These are your pre-orders for the day.
Okay, whatever.
The Studio Series Wave 3 and the buzzworthy Bumblebee Optimus Prime pre-orders will be available for the end of the month. Keep an eye on social media for that. I promise they're coming this month. Everybody get those toys right before going to see Rise of the Beast on June 9th.
Oh my god. Where did the year go?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm very excited. Can't wait. And then, Autobots roll out.
Yeah, Autobots roll out. It was
All
great
right.
having you, Sixo. Thank you for coming and being a guest on here. It's always great to have a professional join us.
Well, thank you. I really appreciate it.
Perfect. All right. Thanks, everybody. We'll see you next time.